Okay guys, I got interrupted. I'm putting the paint in the stencil. If you want to know if you think you have enough paint in your stencil, for one thing, do make sure it's in the whole design. But if you want to check to see if it's dark enough for your taste, carefully lift up a corner and check what it looks like. Okay, tip. Don't do what I just did here, which is to put my stencil sticky part over my design. I'll fix it, but I don't want you to have to fix it, okay? Okay, now you're going to take the needle that we have, the straight needle, and in all the spots, the middles of the letters, like the middle of the A or the L, you're going to pull those little pieces of the design out. If you like, if it's easier to use, sometimes I still use my fingernail to flick it out, but the pin does give you an easier way to grab it. Okay. It's okay if you smear if you put a little scratch in the design. Like I said, perfectly imperfect. Okay. Okay, you see where I let that tape stick on the flower? We lost a little flower. I'm gonna have to come back in and put another piece in there. Do as I say, not as I do. All right. Now, remember I told you to hang on to this transfer tape? And this is the outside of one of your stencils, of the stencil that I gave you. Everybody's gonna have a different one. Some are gonna have fancy hearts, some will have butterflies. You're gonna take the transfer tape. You want the checker part to face out. You're putting it right onto the white part. Put it down. Now we have the checker part. Take the stick, rub down. This is optional. This is not an integral part of the design. I just want to make sure if you want to do it, that you know how, so I'm doing it for you. Okay, now we have another stencil. We'll think about where I want to put it on here. I'm rubbing it down on here. Then I'm going to take the clear off and let the white stay on the design. Now I don't want this heart to be as obvious as the words, so I'm going to very lightly put a little black paint in there. You have two colors. You could blend your colors too if you want to. I'm just going to lightly sponge it into the design. So I'm going to come back in probably and even sand a little bit more of this design out. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the